You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
We are joined with Barbara Roberts and Jackie Anderson. They're from AgeUK. Firstly, thank you very much for coming along and talking to me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Now, I think I'll be speaking to Jackie first. What services do AgeUK Sittingbourne provide?
Right, amongst many other things, the main aim for us is to provide daycare, which includes many different things under that heading, more of which later. We offer a bathing service for those who may not be able to access bathing facilities or just have mobility problems. We offer hairdressing, chiropody. We've got a very active advice and information office. Again, Barbara will speak more about that later. We have a little shop service that sells confectionery, toiletries, things that people aren't always able to go out and get. But the main thing we also provide is social activity, which is to help people with their sense of well-being and maintaining a lifestyle.
Now, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your roles at AgeUK.
My role is as an administration officer. That means that I have to sort out all sorts of different things regarding clients' daycare, records. I would sort out the route runs, any kind of letters involving speaking to people about fundraising. I also produce lists for lunches, everything. But the main thing, I suppose, is answering the phone and having that connection with the outside community and just being that point of contact for everything and everything else that AgeUK offers in Sittingbourne.
We are talking to Barbara Roberts and Jackie Andrews, and they're telling us all about AgeUK at the moment. We are at the moment speaking to Barbara Roberts and Jackie Anderson. They're telling us all about AgeUK at the moment. So what is daycare?
Daycare is, well, the main aim of the daycare is to provide support, friendship and social activity to the older people within the Swale area who may be isolated and alone. The idea is to help them to maintain an independent lifestyle as far as practically possible. But in addition to that, it's about getting them to come out of their homes. When people become socially isolated, they can become very depressed and lonely, and it's very important to keep those threads of interaction with the community going to actually give them a sense of well-being, improve their confidence, improve their self-esteem. So within the services provided of daycare, we include transport if needed, which is door to door. That's in our own minibuses that are wheelchair accessible with tail lifts. We have a couple of runs go out. One run would be for those that like to come out early in the morning. The second run would be available to those who may already have carers going, so it gives them a little bit of a chance to get ready in the morning. We provide a 2-course freshly cooked lunch using locally sourced produce as much as possible, and that is also available to those who prefer to walk in and not use the minibus service. In addition to that, we have lots of activities going on throughout the day, as well as occasional trips out, which can include cream teas. We have outings to shopping centres. We're just currently testing the water with regard to chair-based exercises. It's important to get older people moving, help with their circulation. And we've even started doing little trips away, little weekend breaks. Many people would never have that opportunity to do so because they don't always have family around them, many different circumstances as to why they can't actually get out and about, and we aim to help with that.
So how does a client access the day centre services?
In order to access the day centre services, the best thing they can do is either come in or phone me, and our telephone number would be 01795 477 520. If they're lacking in confidence, we can always go out and visit them first, just to have a little chat to them in gentle encouragement, tell them about what we do, and that would be generally with a senior carer or the daycare supervisor. Family can also bring the client in, or potential new client, because often they feel they might need a little bit of support from a family member. But the main thing is to ring, come in. There is always someone there who can help, and we will give them a little bit of a guided tour and talk about what each and every person does there. So hopefully we can get a lot more people in from Swale, because we are there and open for business.
We are at the moment talking to Barbara Roberts and Jackie Anderson. They're telling us all about AgeUK. So we are talking to Barbara Roberts and Jackie Anderson. They're telling us all about AgeUK today. Now, many of our listeners probably would remember you or know you as Age Concern.
That's correct, Daniel. Some time ago, Age Concern England and Help the Aged decided to merge as one huge charity for the benefit of the older people in the UK, and the name change came out as AgeUK, and most of the local age concerns have signed up to the AgeUK branding, and Sittingbourne did late last year, so we are now known as AgeUK Sittingbourne. So we are still providing the same service, but our name is now AgeUK. So for those clients out there or people who knew us as Age Concern, we are still in the same place doing exactly the same thing with a different name.
So what does the advice and information service do?
Well, we provide an advice and information service to currently people over the age of 60 who live in the Sittingbourne area. Now, it's a dedicated service to that age group, because there's not an awful lot of help out there for the older person, and we provide a huge range of advice and information. We have access to the AgeUK's own brand of fact sheets which cover a huge range of topics and subjects. But we can provide a one-to-one service. We can go out and do home visits with clients. We can have telephone conversations with people about their benefits and any problems that they may have. Our main role, I would like to say, is to increase the income for people aged over 60. So we do a lot of work around the benefits available to older people. And if I could just say that one of the major benefits for older people is pension credit. Now, a lot of clients aren't claiming this who would be entitled to it. There's actually 1.6 million older people in the UK who are eligible for pension credit and are missing out because they're not making claims. Now, that may be for several reasons, because they don't want to complete a lengthy claim form, they don't want to do the claim over the phone, or they're just confused about the benefit and don't understand it. We can do a benefit check for clients, and our service is free and confidential, and we can help the client from the onset of discovering if they have entitlement all the way through to making a claim and helping them through the whole process. So I feel that that is a really good service for those people who may think that they're entitled but not sure. We can double check that for them.
So how does a client access the service then?
Well, they can call us on our phone number, which is 01795 471 600. They can call us up and either arrange an appointment to come into the office. They can drop in. We have a drop-in service Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 12:30. It's always best to give us a call just to make sure that we are in, because obviously both myself and my colleague who works within the A&I office are often out on home visits, and obviously the home visits are there for people who have a disability or are otherwise unable to get into the office to see us.
Now, if our listeners would perhaps like to find out more, get in contact with you, I was wondering if you could let us know how they can do that.
Well, as I said, they can call us. We have leaflets. Their family or friends can contact us as long as they've got their permission to contact us. But initially, the first contact would be by telephone, as I said, on our dedicated line 01795 471 600.
Can I just add to that?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, if that's okay. We also do have a dedicated website that's just been prepared for us as well. If anyone Googles AgeUK Sittingbourne or just www.ageuk Sittingbourne, there is a link to Barbara's advice and information on there as well as the normal day centre telephone number, which is slightly different.
Actually, I was just wondering, could you let our listeners know where you're based? Are they able to drop in and see you as well?
Of course. Our actual address is in Avenue of Remembrance in Sittingbourne. We're known as Heather House Day Centre, right opposite Borden Grammar School. and the postcode is ME104NN. The actual day centre number, which is different to Barbara's advice and information number, that is 01795 477 520. And I do actually have an email address as well, and Barbara will probably tell you hers as well. And my email address is Jackie, JACKIE, at ageconcernsitt.co.uk. Always ping me an email. I look at them every day and I respond to them all.
And you can contact the advice and information via email at aiageconcern@aol.com. I know that we've still got the name Age Concern in that email address, but they will soon be changing. So you will be able to get us on that email address for the time being.
Barbara and Jack, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along and telling our listeners all about Age UK here locally.
You're
Pleasure.
welcome.